Good morning to all of you guys. Basically, today we are going to be start the percentage topic, which is the main important topic of quant. If you are getting, if you want to get into IIMs, MBA, any kinds of examination, whether you are preparing for SSC, CGL, CUT, and C CSET of UPSC, the most important segment that is asked, which is arithmetic. Basically, arithmetic is not such kinds of mathematics. The students who are from mathematics background and who are not from mathematics background, both are at same level in arithmetic. But in advanced math, the student who are from mathematics background, they may do something little bit better as compared to those students who are not from mathematics background. That's the reason, to manage the equality, all kinds of examinations always put the value or weightage of arithmetic topic higher than the advanced topic. The reason behind it, because the student who are from mathematics background, they must can do better than the student who are not from mathematics background in advanced math, because the topic and advanced math that are going to be discussed, these all topics belongs from the mathematics background students. But arithmetic, it's a completely different types of math, which is not going to be teach in 11th and 12th standard student. Those are from proper mathematics background. That's the reason the weightage of the arithmetic questions in CAT examination, not even CAT, an entire examination that are conducted for entrance and as well as government examination, except NEET, sorry, except JEE, IIT exam. All kinds of examination, if you will see, the weightage of arithmetic is very higher as compared to advanced math. So if I talk about the CAT examination, 7 to 8 questions, guys, you are going to be get from arithmetic segment. 7 to 8. And the student who hit or scored 9 questions out of 22 in CAT examination, they secure 90 percentile, 99 percentile. Means only from arithmetic you can get into IIMs. You need not to go for advanced math. Only from mathematics. Whether you are from mathematics background or not, this segment of mathematics is common to all. So you can better than this. Now from that, if I talk about the highest weightage, that is algebra. Algebra is, you can't say completely has been taken from 12th background, but yes, little bit section, the student who are from mathematics, they can better than the student who are not from mathematics background in algebra. But 3 to 4 questions are asked, sometimes 3 questions, sometimes 2 questions asked from algebra. Suppose if you hit 1 questions only, again you get 10 questions out of 22, you get 100 percentile sometimes. This is the weightage of arithmetic. Got it, guys? So what I am going to do, the topic that I am discussing you, I will shoot all the classes. So wherever you are getting any problem, just go first on recorded class and just put 2 into speed, and just recall the class. Still you have any doubt, we will held a class that is called doubt session. So what is your first task? Practice a lot. Now, sir, how many questions we can practice? There is no limit, or basically there is none know from where question is going to be asked and which kinds of question, which question is going to be asked, none know. But guys, one thing each and every person know, that thing is from which topic question is going to be asked. We know well from arithmetic 2 to 3 question is going to be asked, we can't what hit all the questions because none know which question is going to be asked. What we hit all the concepts from which question may ask. So what is the difference between academic education and competition education? In academic education, each and every personality or each and every student know from where question is going to be asked and which question is going to be asked. If I am a 12th standard student, I have exercise 2A, 2B, 3B in any chapter. And I am very sure from these exercises, one question is going to be asked. I can memorize them in fantastically manner and I can hit. But over here, none know which question is going to be asked. So you have to change the complete perspective of competitive examination. Which perspective you need to have? The perspective should be, we can't memorize the questions because none know which question is going to be asked. But we memorize concepts. So over here in this class, you will have to memorize the concept. We are going to be discuss on a concept. Sorry. In a single concept, you can make thousands of questions. I myself can publish a book on a single concept. If I know a concept very well, how many questions can be formed? Just change the digit, make the question. Unlimited question can be formed if you have the good command on your concepts. So one concept can publish a book. On a single concept, a book can be published. So that means what perspective should we have in a competitive examination? I myself have cleared 2 to 3 examinations that really I am saying I just focused on concepts. The SSC CGL, that was my first examination that I have cleared in first attempt in 2018. Unintentionally, I get them. In UPSC as well, because competition is completely different mindset as compared to academic. So what we are going to be discuss, we will take a concept and we will discuss on this concept in a very fantastically manner. So sir, what's your job, students? Your job is not to put or write down any questions. All the digital notes you will get. Sir, then what we need to do? We need to do a discussion. That's it. If you don't know how to discuss, trust me guys, I'm so sorry to say you are not going to hit the question in your examinations. Competition means a very simple thing. If you have the ability to discuss with your teacher, you can do. If you are not able to discuss, it's better to you go on YouTube and study from there. In today's time, there is a biggest difference between online classes and offline classes is that in online classes, you get a mentor that can guide you, with whom you can discuss. But in online examination or in online education, you can't discuss with anyone. So over here, your first target should be to clear your doubts in each and every class. Sir, how? Just get one concept and go on social media. From wherever you want to practice, you can practice. Download PYQs and start practicing. In any PYQs, if you stuck, just do discuss. Sir, I have learned that concept and this question belongs from this concept that I have learned, still I am unable to hit this question. Now, you will see you are getting something very special things. At the time of examination, you need not to revise anything because you have already discussed multiple times. So what's your first job is? Discuss. Just stand up and discuss in tremendously manner. कि सर नहीं आ रहा बताओ. Got it? So the topic that we are going to be start from today, that is percentage. This is not a topic you need to understand in a very quiet manner that this is not a topic. This is a basic or first step to cover the entire arithmetic. If you are good at arithmetic, I swear any chapter of arithmetic you can do in a very fantastic manner. But if you are not good in arithmetic, means percentage, trust me, you can't hit even 4 to 5 question in arithmetic. The reason behind it, arithmetic will play a very important role in profit and loss. Profit and loss. This is most important chapter of arithmetic. The same segment will affect CI and SI, totally based on percentage. The same chapter is going to be hit what? Mixture allegation. The same question. Again percentage, what? Average. So most of the chapters can be done only when you have a good knowledge of percentage. So in today's class, we are not going to learn the percentage, we are going to learn the entire scenario of arithmetic, puri arithmetic. At any cost, you have to learn the very short trick methods from percentage so that you can apply anywhere to get the answer within 40 seconds. All the secret methods are hide in percentage, hidden. If you really want to get them, you will have to invest a full time on percentage with 100% attention. So percentage, if you are thinking it's a chapter, no, your mindset is very worse. It's not a chapter, it's a complete what? Set of rules that can decode the entire arithmetic. So in percentage, you are going to be learn set of rules, set of concepts. These concepts you can apply anywhere in arithmetic. You will get the result. Got it? So why I am just emphasizing my statement again and again in this topic, so that you be serious in this topic. So now, my first question is, we will discuss today a very small things about percentage. We will start from very basic, then we will see a very higher level of questions, advanced level of questions. So the first question that I want to ask, what is the meaning of percentage basically? And the word percentage has been derived or taken from where? In India, in USA, from England, UK, from where this word has been taken, and what is the exact meaning of percentage? My question is, but I am asking, why we discuss, why we take the fixed value 100, why we calculate percentage out of 100, why can't we take 200 here? Why can't we take 1000 here? 200 is more easier, 50 is more easier, 10 is also easier. You can take 10. The value can we find out from 10 as well. And the next question is, what is the difference between percent and percentage? A very silly question that I always ask from the student. What is the basic difference between percentage and percent? Okay. And what about percentage? A very silly question that I am asking. A very silly question. Guys, it's a very open session, a very open session to all of you. You can put your own views in your own manner. None is going to be judge you, none is going to be laugh at you. If anything happens such that in a such manner, I immediately will take the exam. Expel from the class my student. So you can put your own views without hesitation. Whatever you are thinking, whatever you know, you can say or you can put. Then what about percent? Means you are saying if you have scored 360, suppose I am taking an idea, then your percentage, suppose it has been taken from 500. So you are taking 70%, 75% is percent and 500 is percentage. So she is saying the whole value is called percentage, and out of them whatever we have gained is called percent. Is that correct? So what is the basic difference?
Percentage is the comparison value where we need not to take the actual value.
Okay.
We compare without actual value.
I got it. And what is percent?
So when we do divide and multiply both by 100.
The same thing you are explaining by manipulating your words. Guys, so basically in Latin language, you know about Latin? The language which was used to spoken in northeast countries, basically, or many countries comes under Latin language. So the word has been derived from the word percentum. Percentum. The meaning of percentum in Latin language was, suppose if I am saying do it half. Can you half it? The what would be the meaning of half? If I say make it half, then what would be the meaning? Divide into equal parts. Getting my points? So the meaning of half would be, anything that you have, divide exactly in two parts. Are you getting me? Okay. That is the meaning of half. And if again I say make 1/3 of this, 1/3 of this, 1/3 of this, then what would be the meaning? Means I need to divide it in 3 equal parts. Are you getting? So when we divide anything in 3 equal parts, it is called 1/3. And whenever we divide anything in 2 parts, it is called half. Again, in the same manner, if I divide in 5 and 6 segments or parts, then it would be called what? 1/6, 1/5. Sometimes it may be 1/10, 1/20. Are you getting? 1/30th. So 1/30th means what? 1/30. In the same manner, in Latin language, someone says make it percentum. That means make 100 part of that one. As in our language, the meaning of half is make it in 2 equal parts or divide it into 2 equal parts. In the same manner, the meaning of percentum is divide anything in equal 100 parts. That was the meaning of percentum. And now the incorrect form or the manipulated form, incorrect form of percentum is percent. Incorrect form means, in most of the time, have you listened that foreign language, most of the people say salad, but in India people say salad. So salad is what? Incorrect form of salad. There is no such kinds of thing salad which is called in India. But most of the time people say in Hindi, the salad is called salad. In India, people pronounce that word like salad, but it is exactly salad. In the same manner, the word exactly was percentum. But people were started pronouncing percent, because each and every kind of personality just want to sort anything. So percent is the short version of percentum. That was the reason people started pronouncing percent. So basically percent is the incorrect form or incorrect pronunciation of percentum. The meaning of percentum is make anything or divide anything in 100 equal parts. That was the meaning of percentum in Latin. That was has been taken from the Latin language. Got it, guys? So basically this is the history of that word. Now what is the basic difference of percentage and percent? So basically it's a very silly question because I teach English as well. That's the reason I have asked you such kinds of questions. Basically percentage and percent, there is no difference between percent and percentage in mathematics. There is no difference of the word percent and percentage in mathematics, but there is a difference in English language. Basically in English language, percentage, the parts of speech of percentage is noun and the parts of speech of percent is adjective. Means if you want to say percent, you need to put any value, 10%. You can't directly say percent. So adjective most of the time, suppose what is called adjective, you know well guys? Black shirt, in black shirt, what is black? Adjective. So there is no value of adjective until or unless the noun is given. Are you getting me or not? So basically percent is the adjective which required a noun. 10 is the noun and percent is the adjective. So if you want to use percent, you can't use individually. You need a value to put before that, 10%. But percentage can be used without any noun or without any value. That like percentage is a good thing. Percentage is a good for comparison. For comparison. If you use what percent is a use, percent is good, this sentence would not be correct. If you use percent instead of percentage, then this sentence would be incorrect. Because percent is an adjective and none sentence can start with adjective. So basically there is no difference in mathematics, but there is a difference in English. Basically parts of speech in English. Sir, why you are discussing in so depth? A very simple question can be asked at the time of PI, personal interview. The PI is the most important segment of CAT examination. When examiner or interviewer just want to make fun with you, they ask such kinds of very silly questions. A very silly question they ask. You never ever imagine that such kinds of questions can be asked in an interview. Yes. There is no criteria of interview. There is no permanent syllabus of interview. It's totally depend on examiner and interviewer mood. In which mood he is or she is sitting over there. If he is in fun mood, he can ask a very simple question like that. And if you say, yes, I'm from mathematics background, 99.99% such kinds of question can be asked. At that time we say, भाई हमने तो कभी सोचा ही नहीं पूरी जिंदगी में कि ऐसा भी हो सकता है. Are you getting, guys? So this is the biggest difference between both the words. Now, sir, why we use always 100 when calculating percentage? Because we all know well the meaning of percentum is 1 upon 100. The meaning of percentage is percentum. We have already discussed, guys. Percentum. The meaning of percentum is just divide anything into 100 equal parts. That's the reason that percentage is denoted by 1 upon 100. Percentum is equal to what? 1 upon 100. And this is the symbol of percentum. And percentum Incorrect form is percent. That's the reason we can't what? Take the value 200 and 1000 instead of 100 while we are calculating percentage, because meaning of percentages depends on 1 upon 100, not 1 upon 1000, not 1 upon 2000. Are you getting, guys? Are you getting my point? Exactly. So that was the history of that word. Now we are going to discuss the important segment. Guys, whatever the syllabus is taught you in competitive examination, the syllabus is designed by the expert in such a manner that after getting a job in which you are going, you have to implement the knowledge that you have acquired at the time of preparation. Suppose I am doing the preparation for IAS and my syllabus covers political science, governance, administration, parliament. Why they are teaching me such kinds of subjects? Because I have to implement when I will get the job. A very simple thing. When I will get the job, I will take my responsibilities. I will have to understand what is administration and how administration works. Basically, I am the most important pillar of administration. I am the person who is going to be make the rules that will going to be applied in our district. So I am the most important pillar of administration. So I have to know what is administration. In the same manner, if percentage is the part of your syllabus, so somewhere you need to use percentage. Why you get in IIMS or getting a job after cracking MBB examination, you will have to use the percentage. So my simple question is, what is the use of percent in day-to-day life? Except Gauri, people will say, what is the exact use of percentage in day-to-day life? Why we are learning percentage and what we can do after learning percentage? Exactly. It may be the answer. And rest, guys, what is the use of percentage in day-to-day life, dear? I'm not getting basically what you are saying. किसी भी चीज का पोर्शन जानने के लिए, like what? 30% water है. I got your point. Then rest. What is rest? What is 70%? Except water. If you are saying this is the solution of something, then except water, 70% must be something else. This is your point. So basically, if you know 30% is water, I got your point. So what is use of percentage over here? Only to know the value of portion you want to learn the percentage. Yes, it may be the answer. What is the basically use of percentage in day-to-day life? Why we are learning percentage and where we are going to be use it after getting a job? If you get a job and if you present your plan before your chairman, so this is my plan, you can invest over here, and by investing over here, the value of our company may increase, the prestige of our company may increase. So how you are going to be use percentage in front of before your chairman? Yes, Akriti. We can calculate the percentage, but why? What is use of percentage? If I am not getting the calculate, if I'm not calculating percentage, then what's wrong with it? For application, in which manner? Performance of our company. Okay. So basically, I got your point. What you are doing over there by showing the percentage of your company, the performance of company, and depict of your company, what you are trying to convey to your chairman. You all are guys are very much clear in your thoughts, and you know well what is percentage, what where you are getting stuck, that what is the use, what we are doing. You know well. You are saying that good. I will know if 30% is water and 70% rest is something else. He is also saying a correct thing that if I present my performance or the performance of company before the chairman, so I can show the depict and the profit just before the chairman. So what we are doing over here? So just we are doing comparison. By using percentage, you are just doing comparison, a very simple thing. She told me that I will calculate, or I can calculate 30% is water. So this is also the comparison that 30% is water and rest 70% is something else. So this is the comparison between water and something else. If you have a mixture of acid and water and you are saying that 70% is water, then what is 30%? So what is this? It is exactly comparison between acid and on the behalf of what? So what is the exact use of percentage? To compare two or more than two things. That is a very simple thing. Now, the question is, sir, if we don't know the exact value, the previous value and this year current year value of, I don't have any PLN sheet. You know PLN sheet? Profit and loss sheet of previous year and current year. If I don't have any PLN sheet, still we can compare without having the real value. Are we able to compare by using percentage or not? Yes, I appreciate. You know why I said I appreciate you? Because you are just putting your 100% effort to put your things. And that should be the spirit in each and every student. I may be wrong, but I have the ability to know exact what is correct exactly. So suppose, let me give you an example. I always give this example. It is very used to. Uh, the height of my wife is 50% of mine. The height of, or basically I can say, my wife's height is less than 50% of mine, that of mine. Then could you say my wife would be till where? He is till there, up till there. She is her height is less than 50% mine. Could you imagine or tell me? Till where? Till here, till here, till here. कहाँ तक होगी वो मेरे? कहाँ तक आती होगी? कहाँ के? Okay. So you can say guys directly below the belt or till the belt. कहां तक आती होगी? एग्जैक्टली अप टिल द बेल्ट, यहां तक आती होगी अगर वो मुझसे 50% छोटी है तो. सो माई एग्जैक्टली क्वेश्चन इज हैव यू सीन माई वाइफ? हाउ कुड यू से दैट ही वुड बी टिल माई बेल्ट? On the behalf of the percentage only percentage. You don't have any idea, but you have what? 50%. So now we are going to be generate an amazing and fantastic concept in percentage. In the entire chapter of percentage, you need not to take the real value. Percentage don't depends on real value. Doesn't matter what is the real value is. If I know percentage, I can still compare. Suppose I am saying I am making 50% more than my wife. I am making 50% more than my wife. So if I am making 80,000, how much my wife would be making? 40,000. A very simple comparison. Do you know exactly how much my wife earn? How much I earn? I make money? You don't know. Still you are able to compare on the behalf of percentage. So basically what is percentage? A comparison value. That's it. You can't do anything by using percentage except comparison. 2 to 3 minutes ago you said to me that, sir, I will show the performance of my company, then I will show the depict and the profit. So what is depict and profit? It is totally comparison. From where? From last year to this year. So what is basically percentage? Suppose Akriti's father is looking for a boy to get married, to get her married, and he says that the boy that we have seen is 50% dark as you are. So could you imagine? कैसा दिखता होगा वो? ऐसा ऐसा दिखता है वो बोर्ड की तरह. माय गॉड, इतनी काली है यार. टू मच, सो मच बियर्ड कंपैरिजन. बेटा ऐसा इतनी खतरनाक मैथ नहीं पढ़ना है. कह रहे अगर वो मुझसे 50% काला है तो बेटा वेस्ट इंडीज थोड़ी नहीं है, तो तुझसे 50% काला है, ज्यादा नहीं है. अच्छा इसका मतलब है तेरे ऊपर भी उंगली उठ रही है, तू भी कह रही है कि मैं बहुत काली हूं, सबको इतना काला देखे. सो now it's totally depend on her. She can reject or she can select. Even she haven't seen him, still she is able to take the decision on the behalf of what? Percentage. अब पापा ने बताया मान ले कि तुझसे 40% 50% काला है, तो सोच ले हाँ इतना काला नहीं चाहिए. तुमने देखा भी नहीं है इसको. स्टिल ऑन द बिहाफ ऑफ व्हाट? तो परसेंटेज फिर से क्या कर रही है? कंपेयर. जैसे मैं कह रहा हूं मेरी वाइफ मुझसे 90% ज्यादा मोटी है, इसका सीधा मतलब क्या, वो कैसी दिखती होगी? अब तो अंदाजा लगा सकते हो. कैसे अंदाजा लगा सकते हो? सो गाइस बेसिकली we have learned what is percentage. So where percentage can be used? So percentage basically can be used in comparison only. Now we have already learned from where the percentage would have been taken, what is the exact meaning of percentage, after getting a job where we can use percentage? Now, how do we compare the things? We know percentage is used for comparison. Now, how can we compare the things by using percentage? It's a very simple thing. So suppose what I am saying, my father has given me 20% of his property. So that means what?
That he has 80%.
That means
That he is not giving you the 80%, he will give
a company completely भाई मनी माइंडेड पर्सन अभी भी वो ये नहीं करे कि आपको कितना मिला उसमें सेटिस्फेक्शन नहीं है, आपको उनके पास कितना रहा इसमें देख रहे यार हद है। ये नहीं कह रहे कि हमें 20% मिला, अभी भी उनके पास 80% रह गया। क्या चाहते हो आप? ठीक है गाइस, ओके, इट्स गुड। सो now and again I am saying, suppose I am saying I have got 1/5 of my father's property, means my father has given me 1/5 of his property. That means what? 20%.
Sir, the father had 5 units and he gave you 1.
Yeah. But you need not to explain now. Let me teach you them. So, you are saying that if my father has given me 1/5, that means he has given me 20%. And if I am saying he is given me 20%, then you are saying he is given me 1/5. So basically this is the transformation of percentage. This is not the exact meaning. Or here I am asking you the meaning. There is a biggest difference between meaning and transformation. If I say what is the meaning of dog, you will say kutta. And I say what is the meaning of kutta, you will say dog. Is this meaning of dog or is this transformation of dog? Transformation. If you want to explain, you need to say dog is an animal which is very loyal, the first priority, the first important quality, and which has 4 legs, whatever, that is its meaning of dog. If you are saying it's kutta, is this meaning? Is this just transformation? So you are just transforming the words. I am asking you meaning. So let me explain you how first percentage calculate, then we will discuss that topic. Basically this is the soul of entire percentage. You have to learn this one. If you are able to learn this thing, you would be the king of entire arithmetic. But to learn that one, the meaning, we are just discussing about meaning. So first we need to learn the meaning. So before learning meaning, we have to we have to learn how to calculate the percentage basically. Got it? So my question is, first of all, suppose I have got what? 2/5. 2/5. Suppose my father has 5 plots and I got 2 out of 5. I got 2 out of 5. So now I want to ask how much percent I got. Are you getting? Not? My father, I got 2/5. 2/5. So that means what? Let me take another example so that I can make it more easier. I want to ask this. Generally, I got 360 marks out of 500. I am asking such a very simple question because you have already got the percentage by using this formula or this thing. So if I got 360 marks out of 500, could you calculate how much percent I got? 72, whatever it is. Calculate or not? So how would you calculate? The method of calculating is you put the actual value in denominator and whatever you have gained you put in numerator, and generally student multiply by 100 and put the sign of percentage, symbol of percentage. Got it? Now my question is, suppose I have 1 upon 2. You need not to calculate, just try to learn. I have 1 upon 2 a fraction, and I myself with my own will I calculate, I multiply by 100, 1 by 2. Is that okay? Can I do or not? I have any value, any fraction. Can I directly multiply by 100? If I can't multiply, then why I am multiplying over here to calculate the percentage? Not getting? You are a little bit confused. Basically, the confusion is what I am asking. I have 1 upon 2, any fraction. 1 upon 2 में मैंने मल्टीप्लाई कर दिया 100 से. अगर मैंने मल्टीप्लाई करा है तो मुझे 100 से क्या करना पड़ेगा? डिवाइड, ताकि 100 से 100 क्या हो जाए? कैंसिल आउट. तो अभी भी मेरे पास कितना है? 1/2. तो अपनी मर्जी से क्या हम किसी नंबर में मल्टीप्लाई कर सकते हैं? नहीं कर सकते. ऐसे तो नंबर की वैल्यू खत्म हो जाएगी. तो मैंने यहां पर मल्टीप्लाई कैसे कर दिया? If you have multiplied here, you need to divide. So where is division? In a sign of percentage. So basically what I am trying to explain here, most of the time teacher and says and books explain you that while we are calculating percentage, we need to multiply by 100. Why we need to multiply by 100? We are discussing that topic. Why we multiply by 100 while we calculating percentage? Basically we are discussing here. Why we multiply by 100? So why we multiply by 100? Because suppose I want to find out the calculation. I have got 360 marks out of 500. Come on. So basically, if you want to calculate this value, what you would calculate? How would you do? First, if what I will explain, multiply by 100 here and multiply by 100 here. Got it? And if you multiply here, the value would be 360 into 100 upon 500. What I will do, I will write down there like that. I can write down. So that value is called percentage. You all know well, guys. Percentage is just equal to 1 by 100. So that the value 100 which is written in denominator is also written but in form of percentage. So we have now 360 upon 500 and 100. So that's the reason directly people say if you want to find out the value of percentage, directly you can multiply by 100. The reason behind it this. Basically, if you multiply by 100, you need to divide by 100. So where is division? Still it is here in the form of percentage sign. So that's the reason people say. So here we have learned why we multiply by 100. Why we multiply by 100 we have learned here. If someone says I got 250 out of 600. If you want to calculate, directly you multiply by 100 and you put the sign of percentage. So I am explaining here why we multiply by 100 directly. If we are multiplying by 100, we need to divide by 100. We do divide. Yes, we do divide. So where is 100? Which is written in division in the form of परसेंट। उसको बंद कर दो, स्क्रीन यहाँ पे वो आ रहा है, लाइट आ रही है। इन द फॉर्म ऑफ परसेंटेज, द डिनोमिनेट द 100 which is written in denominator is also written, but it is in indirect form, not direct form. So why we calculate multiplying by 100? Are you getting now? Why we multiply by 100? Okay. Now my question is up again, दोबारा से क्या क्वेश्चन है? सेम क्वेश्चन. If I got 2/5 share of my father's property. Now total 100% pure thing, pure percentage that you are getting to know. If I get 2/5 of my father's property, that means what? That means my father has 5 plots, and out of them I got 2. So the value which is written in denominator is called total value, and the value which is written in numerator is called given value. This is the meaning of fraction. How would you say 1/2? How would you pronounce 1/2? You pronounce 1/2. If I say what is this, you will say 2/3. But if I say what is the meaning of 2/3? What is the meaning of 2/3? So 2/3 means 2 out of 3. The total is 3 and we have got 2. This is the meaning. This is the biggest difference between meaning and translation. If I got 2/3, 2/5, that means total 5 and I got 2. If I want to write it down in the form of percentage, what I need to do? I will multiply by 100 and put the sign of percentage. If you calculate it, 5 2s are 10, the value would be 40. Now, that means if someone say, I got 2/5 of my father's property, and some other voice says, I got 40% of my father's property, that means both the things are same. And I think 10 to 15 minutes ago, we have learned that the basic meaning of percentage is to compare 2 or more than 2 things. Now you will see, sir, we can compare with the help of fraction as well, and we can compare with the fraction of percentage as well. So now what is the difference between percentage and fraction in terms of comparison? If both the value can be used for comparison, percentage is also used for comparison, fraction is also used for comparison, then what is the basic difference between percentage and fraction? And why not we use only one unit? Why we are using both the values to make the comparison? Percentage fraction is enough to compare. Then why we are just introducing percentage, a new term in mathematics?
When it comes to percentage, it's always out of 100.
Okay.
But when we compare by fractions, the total value differs.
Okay. So now what is the difference basically? If total values differ and we are calculating out of 100, so what's wrong with it? Where you are getting barriers?
अगर वैल्यू ज्यादा बड़ी होगी और हमें एज अ वाइड स्पेक्ट्रम की चीजें शो करनी होगी तो परसेंटेज जो है वो मोर इजी रहेगा.
Gazab. So percentage is the easiest form to do comparison. You are also right. But this is the correct answer. Sir, 2 by 5, it's a very simple term, a very simple value. If I take, I got this much property out of that much property, it would be very hectic to me explain the person who is standing before me. But if I say my father have given me 0.9% of his property, it's very easy to understand whoever is standing before you. So basically, what is the exact difference between fraction and comparison term of and percentage in term of comparison? Both the values or both the aspect is used to denote or to explain percentage. So what is the major difference? The difference is percentage is the easiest form to explain or describe the comparison, while ratio or fraction is not the easiest form. The reason behind it, in percentage there is a limit. What is that value? 100. In percentage there is a limit. The value can't be beyond 100. But in fraction, there is no limit. I can write it down any value. It would be very hectic to me to explain someone who is standing before me that what is the exact difference between both. If somewhere I am saying that I got this much part of that much, and the other one is saying I got 1% part of my property, it is very easier to pronounce it well and to explain as well who is standing before me. But sometimes we need to establish a relation between percentage and ratio, or basically fraction. So why we need to establish the relation between fraction and percentage? The basic reason is, in examination we have been given basically what? Fraction. And we know well that percentage is the easiest form to make the comparison. So we always convert that percentage into fraction, or sometimes we convert fraction in percentage according to our comfortableness. If we are comfortable in percentage, we will convert into percentage. If we are comfortable in fraction, we will convert percentage into fraction. Both the terms are important at their own places. What if we talk about the difference between both, then the major difference is percentage is the easiest form to compare the things as compared to fraction. So in entire mathematics, there are two terms that can be used for comparison. One is percentage and other one is fraction. But percentage is the simplest form. The reason behind it, in percentage we have some limit. We can't go beyond that limit, that is 100. But in fraction there is no limit. That's the reason fraction is the most complicated segment to make the comparison. To make it easier, we have introduced a new value that is called percentage. So this is the history of percentage that we have learned. Why we multiply by 100, why it is calculated by out of 100, where this term has been taken, and what is the basic difference between percentage and fraction. Both the terms are used for comparison. Still sometimes we use fraction as compared to percentage, and sometimes we use percentage as compared to fraction according to our convenience. In which we are convenience, we can use. Got it, guys? Now, the most important thing now we are going to discuss. The first thing, conversion. How to convert percentage into fraction and fraction into percentage. It's a very simple thing. You can easily do. If I talk about convert 5 by 3 into percentage, you can easily multiply by 100. Why we are multiplying by 100? We have already discussed. Because when we multiply, we also divide, and divide is written in the form of percentage sign. That means 1 upon 100. Still it is written in 3 by 5. But 3 by 5 now is written in percentage. So we will divide, then the value we will get 60%. So this is the conversion of fraction into percentage. Now if someone says I have got 70%, so convert into fraction. So simply what would you do? 70 and this value, the percentage 100% percentage fractions value is 1 by 100. 1 by 100 is what? In most of the books, most of the teachers sometimes says percentage symbol is equal to 1 by 100. It's 100% wrong. You can't say percentage symbol is 100%. You can say what? The fraction value of percentage is 1 by 100. The fraction value of percentage is 1 by 100. The fraction value of percentage is 1 by 100. It is the correct term to use. Not that कि percentage क्या है 1 by 100. परसेंटेज का साइन 1 by 100 के बराबर होता है, ये 100% गलत है स्टेटमेंट. बल्कि हम ये कह सकते हैं परसेंटेज की फ्रैक्शन वैल्यू कितनी होती है 1 by 100. So if I say convert 70% into fraction, then what we are going to be do? You will remove the sign of percentage and you will put the value of that percentage sign in term of fraction. So what is percentage fraction value? 1 by 100. Because we are going into fraction, so we need fraction value or percentage value? Fraction value. So we will remove that sign and we will put fraction value of percentage. You can't say percentage equal sign is equal to 1 by 100. If you put, you will get 7 upon 10. So basically that was the conversion. We easily can convert percentage into fraction and fraction into. But now what we are going to discuss, the meaning or the relation, I will say the relation between percentage and fraction. अब इसकी बात जो हमने सीखा, ये अभी ये जो हम सीख रहे हैं, ये आप मान के चलिए कि जितने भी चैप्टर आप अर्थमेटिक के पढ़ेंगे सब में ये यूज होगा. So if you really want to learn arithmetic in a very fantastic manner, you will have to understand that thing at any cost. This is the soul of arithmetic, the meaning. So if I say 2 by 5 means 40%, या 40% means 2 by 5, you easily can convert what 40%. If you will calculate 40%, so 40 multiply by 1 by 100, you will get 2 by 5. No issue. If I ask you, what is the meaning of that thing? Meaning of that thing. The whole statement meaning. 40% is 2 by 5. What is its meaning? A deep understanding. If you say 40% is can be written 2 by 5, it is transformation. I am asking you meaning. What is meaning of this? You can't. If you say 40% is equal to 2 by 5 and 2 by 5 is equal to 40%, is this meaning or is this translation? Translation. You are just what I have already discussed, dog to kutta, kutta to dog. Is this translation or meaning? This is fraction percentage value, this is fraction value. Basically the both the things are same. Just now I am going to know the meaning. What is the meaning of this? So meaning is that value represents 100%. That means if my father has given me 2 by 5, plots. So my father had 5 plots and he has given me 2. इसका मतलब यही तो हुआ कि जो नीचे वाली वैल्यू है पूरी ताकत से समझना है. द वैल्यू विच इज रिटन इन डिनोमिनेटर, it is 100%. It is 100%. That means 5 plots are representing 100%. 1 plot is representing 20%. So 2 plots are representing 40%. That means हम क्या कह सकते हैं, 40% of 5 is 2. This is the meaning. 40% of 5 is 2. ये मीनिंग इतना इंपॉर्टेंट रहेगा कि अभी से लेके जितने चैप्टर आप पढ़ेंगे, आप इस मीनिंग को लगा के हर चैप्टर में क्वेश्चन तोड़ सकते हैं. हर चैप्टर मीनिंग याद रखें. दिस इज द मीनिंग. If I again say, what is the meaning of 20%? If 20% is written 1 by 5, Akriti, what would be the meaning of this? Exactly. What would be the meaning?
That 5 is 100%. Then if we take 1 out of 5, that's 20%. What is 20%?
Basically, you need not to give me the explanation of that all. In short, what we have learned, in short, that you need to tell. That was the explanation of this thing. Now, I don't asking explanation. I'm asking what? The exact meaning. So, in a very short term, you directly you can say 20% of 5 is 20% of 5 is 1. That means 5 itself is. So you need not go give me the explanation. Just a simple thing. Again, what I am asking. For 4 by 5 is equal to 80%. Now, yes, what is the meaning of that statement? जितनी बार आप इसको जुबान पे सेट कर लोगे, सोचते रहना कि कल से जैसे हम क्वेश्चन करेंगे आपको लगेगा सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन, सबसे शॉर्ट ट्रिक यहीं से निकली. अगर आपको किसी क्वेश्चन को 10-30 सेकंड में तोड़ना तो इस बात को बार बार रिवाइज करना. Tremendously, in a fantastically manner, you can do any question within 40 seconds, 30 seconds, if you have a good command on this concept. Again, if I say 16 whole 2 by 3% is 1 by 6, what would be the meaning? Again, yes.
That 1 is 16 over 2 by 3% of 6.
Exactly same. 16 whole 2 by 3% of 6 is 1. Or basically you can say 1 is 16 whole 2 by 3% of 6. Or elsewhere you directly can say 16 whole 2 by 3% of 6 is, both the things are same. 11 whole 1 by 9% if 1 by 9, what is the meaning of that? 11 whole 1 by 9 of 9 is 1. Got it? Akriti. 1 by 12 is called 8 whole 1 by 2%. What? Exactly. Amazing. You won my heart. Again, 57 whole 1 by 7%, yes, is 4 by 7. What is the meaning?
That 4 is 57 whole by 7%.
Exactly same, na? Again, 1 upon 7 is equal to 14 whole 1 by 7 whole 1 by 7%. 14 whole 1 by 7%. What's its meaning? Guys, no. I am saying my father has given me 2y5. 2y5. That means if my father has 5 plots, he has given me 2. What it? If I say my father has 5 bighah of property, 5 acre of property, then he has given me 2 acre. If my father has 5 shirts, then he has given me, बोलना है भैया, 2 shirts. If my father has 5 kg of sugar, then he has given me 2 kg of sugar. If my father has 2 liters of oil, he has given me 5 liters of oil, he has given me 2 liters. If my father has 5 lakhs, he has given me. If my father has 5 houses or home, he has given me 2. If my father has 5 quintal of wheat, he has given me 2.2, basically 2. So it may be anything. It may be anything. Now I am writing a thing. I have written 2 kg sugar. Muskan, what is it called? Kg. And what is it called? Basically, it's not a percentage. It's a very simple question. ये लिखा क्या है, इसका मीनिंग क्या है, इसको क्या बोलते हैं? किलोग्राम को क्या बोलते हैं बेसिकली? किलोग्राम को केजी, केजी को किलोग्राम. बिल्कुल छोटे, वही अभी कुत्ते वाली बात आ रही. कुत्ता को क्या बोलते हैं? डॉग, डॉग को कुत्ता. तो आप लोगों को पता है कि फिजिक्स में ये बताया जाता है कि किसी भी चीज को जिस चीज में नापते हैं उसको क्या बोलते हैं? यूनिट. क्या बोलते हैं? यूनिट. So basically 2 is a resultant value and kg is unit. It is said or it is taught in physics. Whatever the thing is calculated in any aspect, that aspect is called unit. So बार बार क्या हो रहा है, मैं ये कह रहा हूं मेरे पापा के पास 5 कुंटल गेहूं है, तो 2 कुंटल मेरे. If my father has 5 plots, 2 plots mine. If my father has 2 kg of sugar, 5 kg of sugar, then he has given me 2 kg. If he has 5 liters of oil, so he has given me 2 liter of oil. So these values can be changed. These unit can be changed. So directly what shall I say? Unit. Now, the new meaning that you need to tell me, if I say what is the meaning of that one. So you will say 5 unit of 40 is 40% of 5 unit is 2. This is the new meaning that you have to learn. The most important thing, again and again I am emphasizing my words, the reason behind it, from today's class to entire arithmetic, I am going to use the same concept multiple times. So now the new thing is, if again I ask you 16 whole 2 by 3 is 1 by 6. Yes, what would be the meaning of that statement now?
Why when it is 16 or 2 by 3%?
Exactly. So, what would be the meaning? कंफ्यूजन हो रहा है, बहुत हो रहा है, दोबारा बोलो।
16 whole 2 by 3 of 6 unit is 1. 16 on 3 of 6
Of 6, so 16 whole 2 by 3 of 6 is 1. So 16 whole 2 by 3 of 6 unit is 1. Again, what you need to use? Unit instead of something else. Before that we were using what? Quintal, plots, but now we are going to use unit. So what would be the again meaning of 1 upon 9 is equal to 11 whole 1 by 9%? So what would be the meaning of that statement in a single sound? Together speak it, pronounce please.
11 of 9 unit is
So basically 11 whole 1 by 9 of 9 unit is 1. So what would be 100%? 9 unit would be 100%, and 1 unit is representing 11 whole 1 by 9. Got it? कर लेंगे अब, ये बात समझ में आ गई? क्योंकि आज की क्लास का मेन मोटिव केवल इतनी बात को समझाना और मेन ओरिएंटेशन देना था। अगर इतनी बात समझ में आ गई, कल हम क्वेश्चंस उठाएंगे सिर्फ इतनी बात पे। क्या? परसेंटेज को फ्रैक्शन, फ्रैक्शन को आप देखेंगे कि बड़े से बड़ा क्वेश्चन जो नॉर्मली करने में 5 मिनट तक का टाइम ले रहा है, उस क्वेश्चन को आप 40 सेकंड में तोड़ सकते हैं। इतनी सी बात पता होनी। अब नाउ व्हाट्स योर मेन टारगेट? No doubt we can easily convert any value, any percentage value into fraction or any fraction into percentage. But to reduce that time, we will memorize some fractions of percentage value that are mostly used or frequently used in examination, so that we can directly put that value. Got it? तो कुछ वैल्यूज हैं, आपको वो याद कर लेना है। क्यों याद कर लेना है? क्योंकि वो बार बार एग्जाम में यूज हो रही है। अगर वो याद कर लेंगे तो अपना कहीं ना कहीं 10 सेकंड का टर्म समय बचा लेंगे, कन्वर्ट करने से बच। तो आज का टास्क अभी आपको क्या था कि एक तो बेसिक समझना था, एक यूनिट का बेसिकली परसेंटेज का रिलेशन क्या है, फ्रैक्शन और परसेंटेज में क्या रिलेशन है, क्यों बार बार परसेंटेज को फ्रैक्शन में कन्वर्ट करते हैं, एक वो रिलेशन खूबसूरत समझना था, अ ब्यूटीफुल रिलेशन। एंड द अदर वन थिंग इज some fraction you need to memorize into percentage. Got it? So make it note down. First 1 by 2 50%, or basically you need to note it down like that. 50% and 1 by 3 is equal to 33 whole 1 by 3%, or you can say 33.333 dot dot. इतने अच्छे से याद कर लेना है कि रात में भी कोई पूछ लेना, सपने में भी तो याद आ जाए। अगर इतने अच्छे से आपने इस पर कमांड बना ली, बस भारत के सबसे अच्छे बच्चे। फिंगर टिप पे जितने अच्छे से आपने फिंगर टिप पे याद कर लिया, आप यकीन मानिए कल की क्लास में आपको एहसास हो जाए कि वो स्टूडेंट बहुत अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस कर पा रहा होगा जिसको इस फिंगर पे पता है। तो आज आपको पूरा 500% ताकत इसको मेमोराइज करने पर लगे। डेली का काम डेली करना है, बस कब सिलेक्शन हो जाएगा पता नहीं लगेगा, बट करना है। 1 by 4 25%, 1 by 5 20%, 1 by 6 16 whole 2 by 3%. You have to memorize in a very tremendous manner. We can note it down like 16666. That data is very important. We will use in many places. Got it? Now the other is 1 by 7, 1 by 7, 14 whole 2 by 7%, or what we can say 14.28%. Got it? This is also necessary because you have to memorize all the value in decimal format as well as mixed fraction format. Wherever according to the question or given data, we will use that value. But you have to memorize both the value in decimal form as well as fraction form, basically mixed fraction form. 1 by 8, 12 whole 1 by 2%, or we can say 12.5%. And in the same manner, 1 by 9 would be 11 whole 1 by 9%, or you can say 1.111 dot percent. Guys, you have to memorize these values in a very tremendous manner. In a very tremendous manner. Just on tip. If you stuck over here, 99.99%, you won't be able to hit the questions. क्योंकि एक चीज गलत हुई मैथ में, आपको पता सब गलत हो गया, एक डेसिमल पूरी चीज खराब कर दिया. या तो याद ही मत करो, मना कर लो कि हमको होगी नहीं, हम निकाल लेंगे करके, उसमें 30 सेकंड खराब करो, निकालो, और याद करो तो इतनी जबरदस्त तरीके से कि अगर वो गलत हुआ तो पूरा क्वेश्चन गलत हो जाए. बहुत प्रिसाइजली याद करना है आपको. आगे 1 by 10, 10%, you all know guys. 1 by 11, 9 whole 1 by 11, or else we can say 9.090909. You have to memorize. And 1 by 12, 8 whole 1 by 3. Gauri, am I right? Is it or not? Or else we can say 8.333. You have to memorize all the values, means in fraction format as well as in decimal format. And 1 by 13 you need to memorize, but if you want you can. Very less used value sometimes in rare cases. 7 whole 9 by 13. Got it? 1 by 14, not good, not used. 1 by 15. 1 by 15 basically you can use 1 by 14 if you want. 7 whole 1 by 7%. If you want you can use, but less used. 6 whole 2 by 3%, or we can say important data 6.66. Used too much. 1 by 16, 1 by 4, or we can say 6.25. 1 by 17 is not more important. 1 by 19 is also not. 1 by 18 is also not. But 1 by 19 is important data. 5 whole 5 by 19. Got it, guys? Now 1 by 20, 5%. 1 by 25, 4%. 1 by 24, 4 whole 1 by 6%. Or you can say what you need not to represent. One upon 40 important data, or you can say 2.5, 2.5% basically. Again 1 by 50. 1 by 50 would be 1 by 50, 2%. And the data, the last one, which is completely different, is used a lot but different. 37 whole 1/2%. 3/8, or you can say 37.5% basically. Both the things are same. In the same manner, 62 whole 1/5, 1/2, 5/8, or you can say 62.5% is equal to 5/8. The last data, basically last two data, the first more 4/8. Shall I go ahead? Shall I move on? The next is 4/8. No, 4/7, I think. 57 whole 1/7. Many question has been asked on depend on that data. So now guys, your first job is to memorize these all values in a very fantastic manner, tremendously. So tomorrow your first job is you need to memorize. I am going to listen to you guys. Each and every value on your fingertip. You will see any questions, any complicated question, you can break it down within 30 seconds if you have a good command on that. So the most important thing of today's class is the relation between fraction and percentage. And the second thing is these values you have to memorize. And the other values, other content that we have learned, that was the history of percentage, from where it has been taken. Now you are much better. You can debate on any level. You can do answer of any question while you are giving the interview or while in a general society. Got it? So you will get what the digital notes within 10 minutes on your WhatsApp. They're going to be sent. Got it? तो कल हम इसको डिस्कस करेंगे. ठीक है, आज की क्लास यहीं ओवर करते हैं और शाम तक आपको इसकी रिकॉर्डिंग मिल जाएगी. जो भी जहाँ पे भी आपको दिक्कत आ रही है उस रिकॉर्डिंग को दोबारा देख सकते. ठीक है, तो ऑल द बेस्ट, कीप स्माइलिंग, बी हैप्पी.